What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys another video. Now we're going to look at some stocks to watch this coming week. I believe this is the last full week of trading for the month of November, because the week after I believe there's 1 day, possibly 2 days where there's no trading. I think it's 1 day. But I'm going to look at some stocks that we should look at this week, and you guys should have a look at this week. But please remember, my full watch list will be in the Discord. So to start off with, I'm going to go with Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. So this is what to look out for with Netflix. It has been very bullish over the past month. It's been doing very well amongst its ups and downs. But I'm looking to see it move closer and closer towards the 685 range, possibly back to the all-time highs previously around 688, 689. I'd love to see that this week. I'm not sure when, but I believe potentially during the rest of the month, throughout the rest of November, we should be able to hit $700 range and hopefully break above that. But as you can see, it's trending above the 8-day EMA, and it is holding pretty tight to it, to be honest. But I think, over the next few days, we should see it pull back a little bit before moving higher again. Friday it closed very strong. Friday had a good day. If you look at the 1-day chart, started off pretty slow, but as we got further and further into the day, it continued to rally upwards. So it did finish very strong and ended up the day almost 4%. So keep your eyes out for Netflix this week. Next, I'm going to go with GE. GE, well, a little bit of analysis here. So they announced that they're splitting into 3 different companies, and that saw the stock rally for a while. It saw it really rally, really push up, as you can see. But before you knew it, it gave back all of the gains it had. So I would like to see how this performs over the coming week. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to invest in this. I don't think I'm even going to trade this. But I'm just interested to see how it pans out. It would be cool to see it back up towards $115, $116, maybe even $120 again. But I don't think that's going to happen. But it's just one to look out for based on that news of them splitting into 3 different companies. Next, I'm going to go with Square, ticker symbol SQ. Square Inc. I'm looking for calls. Where we are right now, I'd say calls once we hit around 229, 229.78, definitely above 231.15. See right around here. Above this, definitely looking for calls to rally upwards. I'd say the first price target would be around 234.40. Second price target would be somewhere near, around 236. But look at this over the past month. Square did announce earnings last week, I believe, which is why it sold off. So it did rally up to highs of 270 at one point before falling down all the way back to 225. So we do have plenty of room, plenty of potential for Square to rally up again. And it's also one of those stocks I look at, and I think long term, I would love to get it at this price. So please keep your eyes out for Square at this price. See, we've fallen to around the previous level of support. And we've got so much potential, so much room to recover this week. In fact, if it drops to around 222, 223, I would definitely swing it. I'll definitely buy shares and definitely call options as well, as long as you can hold that level. Next, I'm going to go with CHWY, ticker symbol CHWY. CHWY Inc. It's a stock I think I mentioned in pretty much every single one of my videos nowadays, but it's still on my radar. So you can see this massive green line here. That is my first price target for it. Who knows when we're going to hit that? But we did have a nice end to the week. So if you look at what happened Friday, CHWY did us very proud. From the opening bell, it just started moving from $71 all the way up to almost $77. It hit $77 briefly, then dropped back down. And it held above the 8-day EMA and also this 50-day SMA. So with CHWY, when would I look to get into calls on this one? Definitely on a pullback towards maybe this EMA line, or even all the way back to around $74, this SMA line. CHWY has been behaving pretty erratic recently, so I would definitely wait for a pullback. I would not get in right now. If it continues to rally, that's fine. We have so much room for recovery. I'm starting to know this stock a lot better than many other stocks. But as you can see, if CHWY runs $5-6 in a day, it's fine. I don't expect it to, but I think it will still pull back after that. But it's still got so much potential to run up towards $85, $86. Unfortunately, we didn't actually get into CHWY in the Discord on Friday. There was somebody who wanted to trade puts on it, but I advised strongly against that. They did it anyway, but it's alright. It's part of the game. It's what happens. So, yeah, I would love to get into CHWY this week. And it would be even better if we could have another day like Friday. Next, I want to look at BTBT. Let's have a look at a crypto play, a bit digital. So, right now, we're at $11.78. If you look at the past month, it's been quite erratic. We've had our jumps up, we've had our sell-offs. We're sitting just under the 8-day EMA right now. Let me just change the time frame here. So we're sitting just, well, actually, looking at the hourly candles, we're sitting around the 8-day EMA, above the 8-day EMA, sorry, just above the 5-day SMA. But with crypto seeming to continuously be on the move, Bitcoin seems to keep hitting all-time highs, I would definitely keep my eyes out on this stock. There are other crypto stocks you can look at as well, but I just like to point out BTBT above this, holding above this, and then with a little bit of volume, could reach highs of $13. And again, I would look at the $13 calls. You guys have probably seen me trade this multiple times, but yes, I would look at trading that again, $13 calls for BTBT a couple weeks out. Next, let's go up with GGPI. I've mentioned this one in the Discord, and I've mentioned this one to you guys before, goes Guggenheim. So with this one, I'm looking for a pullback towards the purple line here, this 8-day EMA, before rising again. It's slightly oversold right now. It's slightly overbought, but it doesn't mean that it won't continue rallying. So it might continue rallying and we miss out on it. Of course, it gained 15% on Friday, so that is ridiculous. And after a day like that, I would expect it to pull back, especially opening on a Monday. But who knows? If it does pull back, I'd expect it to go to around the $13 level before looking upwards again. But hold on a second. It's saying it's $12 here, saying it's above $12 here. From my understanding, stock is actually around almost $15 right now. It should be. Oh, I know what's happened. It's after hours price. That's why. So it closed at $12.81. After hours is already up almost 2%. So definitely keep your eyes out on that one. It's almost at $15. It's better to pull back if it doesn't continue rallying to around $13. Next, I have Advanced Micro Devices, also known as AMD. We have been trading this one multiple times in the past couple of weeks, and after it hits highs of 155, 156, it pulled back to around 138 before rising again. So Friday, I actually did trade this one, made some nice gains, sold out a little bit early over here, but we're consolidating now. And after their partnership with Meta was announced, yes, Meta, which is also previously known as Facebook, this saw great rallies. Now it's pulled back since then, but again, this consolidation here is what I like to see. I don't think this is a stock which is going to drop off soon. I think it's seen great returns, it's seen unbelievable rallies over the past month, but it looks like we're not done. Yes, a month ago we were at $100. Yes, beginning of October we were just under $100 even. But since then we've just been so strong. We've just been rallying. And again, I think this rally continues, especially at the point it's at now. On the monthly chart, it's sitting right around the moving averages. On the daily chart, well, the past 5 days, it's it's really consolidating very nicely. I do not see why this stock doesn't go to 150 again, $155 again this week. AMD is definitely one I'll look for calls on, and if it does sell off a little bit, I would not look for puts. I'll wait for it to finish dropping, consolidate, and start rising up again. And lastly but not least, actually I've got two more for you. Let's go with Roku first. Roku announced earnings last week and sold off like crazy. You can see the drop. You see the drop because it dropped it like it's hot right here. Hold on. Maybe it was the week before actually. Okay, seems like it was the week before. But it sold off like crazy from $311 all the way down to 283, 280, and it's actually sold off more since then. So it has so much room for recovery, so much potential for recovery. It's just that, well, when the recovery starts, that's probably when I want to look to get in. I'll be honest with you with Roku, I would just grab $320 calls for March, April, maybe even $350 calls for next summer. Look, it was just here 2 weeks ago, 350, 2 weeks ago. Before the end of the year, it might be at 350 again. Just give yourself enough time. You can obviously grab $285 calls for a few weeks out, but I'm just saying what I would do. Probably $300 for March, April, and again $350 for maybe 7, 8 months away. Also, do remember that Roku is one, I don't know if you know or not, but it's one that you can trade pretty predictably during the day. You find different levels of support and before it rises up and then hits common levels of resistance before probably setting off. So if I had to say what the next movement will be with Roku, next movement will probably be down again, maybe towards this SMA line, maybe below it again. So please don't buy your calls which expire this week or next week at the current levels. Watch how the chart behaves, watch what we see tomorrow when market opens. Now lastly but not least, let's just touch on a few electric vehicle companies. You guys know the infrastructure bill is being passed this week, so that will affect many stocks which are in the green sector. I don't think it directly has any impact on electric vehicle companies, but yeah, please do check out those stocks like Fuel Cell, Plug. In fact, we can talk about those in a second. But Lucid, I'm thinking a pullback towards the SMA line around $43 here, 43.40 before again higher movement upwards. Lucid is one which is, I think, is pretty oversold right now. I don't have the MACD and RSI indicators on here, but if they were showing, I would assume the RSI is pretty hot and the MACD is showing signs of stock being overbought. But you can also see it's been rallying. It's up like 50% or even more than that in the past month. In fact, I think it's doubled in the past month, let's be honest. Past couple weeks it's doubled, so it's up 100% in the past couple weeks. Yeah, we're at a price point where I could still see a rally towards $48 and maybe back to $60 within a couple months. That would be cool to see. Tesla, I think it's going to pull back to the $1,000 level. If it hits $1,000, I think it will bounce. If it breaks below that, well, depending on whether it holds enough, it could start dropping back to even $900, the low 900s. Of course, we hit highs, all-time highs of 1,244, but we sold off since then. With Tesla, you just got to be careful. Look at last week, for example. It fooled a lot of people selling off after Elon Musk's tweets, but then suddenly it just rallied at open, almost $80 in a few minutes, to be honest. And then, yeah, it sold off again. Similar pattern here, sold off, rallied upwards, and then sold off again. So please just kind of watch this chart. Don't try and play some risky trades with it. Just kind of watch what it does and then act accordingly. Now, yeah, if you do buy call options and it runs up, yes, you will make a lot of money. But if you buy call options and it sells off quickly, you're going to lose a lot of money. So you don't want to try that. Of course, look at Blink charging as well, BLNK. But speaking of the energy sector, I wanted to talk about the infrastructure bill, which should be signed by Biden tomorrow. I believe it's $1 trillion. So that is pretty cool. That's pretty good for this sector. So look at the stocks like Plug Power. Look at the stocks like SunPower. Sunrun, not SunPower. I think that was the old name actually before they changed the ticker. Look at stocks like this. Look at stocks like Fuel Cell. A lot of these stocks will be affected if that infrastructure bill is signed by Biden tomorrow. There are other stocks as well, but if you want to know more about that and my thoughts, different articles and breakdowns, please do come and join the Discord. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I will try and upload a few more times this week. And please do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends. It helps with the YouTube algorithm in a great way. And lastly, I do want to say I did see we hit 3,000 subs, but I will make a video kind of thanking you guys. But yeah, if you are watching this video and you got to this point, you made it to this point, a huge thank you to all you guys, because without you guys, I would never have made it here. So thanks a lot for watching today's video. Let's go out and have a great trading week. I've got money to making, you got money to making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.